Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Aspiring Entrepreneur. I'm your host Hamza Chowdhury. It's May 12th, it's Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Got a lot of exciting things to share with you guys. Before I do so guys, as always, if you enjoyed this video, do please hit the like and subscribe button to this channel. As always guys, I appreciate your support and thank you for breaking the record with the Spce video we did last weekend. With that said guys, I got a lot of exciting updates for you. First and foremost is I actually am going to start a real estate playlist for you guys where I'm going to start looking at parts of essentially analyzing and inspecting a residence, whether it's the foundation or the framing or wanting to tear down a wall or remodeling, and things that should hopefully help you in the home buying process, whether you're buying, selling, or you're simply just remodeling. And so I plan on launching that playlist hopefully within the next week. I've already started recording some of the videos. And again, guys, if you don't know, I'm actually a licensed structural engineer and general contractor in the state of California. Second thing for you stock traders out there, I do have a pro trader who I trade with, who's absolutely one of the best mentors one can have. And he's agreed to come on to this channel for you guys to sort of show off and help provide some of his sort of mentorship to the channel. And I'll be doing an interview with him very soon, and I'm very excited that he's agreed to come on, and I'm excited for you guys. You'll definitely learn a lot from him, and like I said, he's just a great overall person, and so I'm excited to have him on the channel. With that said guys, as always, it was an interesting day. We've been talking about it. I almost want to get a bell when we call stuff on this channel and we basically get right and our thesis gets right. It's obviously exciting because it makes us know that we're better traders. And a lot of you guys who follow this channel, you're gonna be like, well, why are you smiling? Why are you happy? Guys, yes, it's a bloody red day. Yes, my swings are red. You can't deny that your swings are red on a day like that. But guess what? We call this. We've been calling this the entire time. And so if you look here on my daily candle on the SPY, back here was the day I started to talk about, if you go back to this channel on the 16th of April, that guys, that SPY is overextended. And then we had that sell-off. And then we had that consolidation at 411, which we mentioned was a good bounce off on this day here, right? We had set 411 as a consolidation. And then what happened? We trended higher and stocks were continuing to come lower. And we said, well, that's because the heavy hitters, the Teslas, the Apples, the Microsofts are really pushing the market higher, the Facebooks. And then guess what? We had that test at the 411, and then we had this newer high, and then guess what? We absolutely had a sell-off. And so what happened was the prediction originally back here was 400. It ended up being 403. Now, I'm not saying we're necessarily done, but look where we bounced perfectly off, guys. This is not a sell-off. This is not panic sell. And I appreciate, by the way, this follower right here, Mr. Sal. Thank you so much. I love the fact that you requested updated videos waiting for me. I haven't had that before, but I appreciate that you enjoy these videos and that you are tuning in and you're excited. But guys, it's exactly how we played it, and we talked about this. Do not start a long position until this happens, right? Don't even think about starting a long position. Now you can day trade, you can do starter positions. There's nothing wrong with starting positions. There's nothing wrong, especially with safe stocks like Apple and Tesla and whatnot. But we said that the ultimate starting a long position, wait for the 50-day. There's obviously always more room to the downside. There is a gap fill here back on this day, back at 400. And so anything under 400 to me is going to be an absolute oversell. And you can see here on the SPY, we're starting to get to oversold. Okay, and we haven't really hit that. Now we've bounced off the RSI around 41 in the past. But right now you can see we're currently sitting right around that, okay? And so any more of a sell-off is going to be really great discount, but this is no secret, right? Why we bounced right off that 50-day, okay? So I hope you guys were ready. The sell-off was there. People getting their profits from when they got longs back here, and now they sold off, and hopefully we'll see a market bounce. And when we see that, we know that the buyers are back in the trades, okay? So just want you to calm you guys down who might be panicking out there. So Apple, again, same idea, guys. We talked about this. Why I don't believe necessarily always in long trading is if you bought back here, you essentially, we knew the top at 135. We called it several times on several videos, and we said to look at the 50-day, which was flattening out, to buy at support at 127.50. You had a bounce off of that, and then guess what? We failed, and we made a new low, okay? And so this is why I believe in sort of day trading and scalping and paying yourself mainly up here, so that when you do dip buy a starter position, like we said at 127.50, you can now start to add to your position really when you have the confirmation, which we had today with the 50-day. You can start to add to your position. Okay, so we talked about like adding a 10% portion at the 50-day. Now you can start adding 20%, 30%, right? And so what you want to do is you want to look at what the overall trend is still positive, but you want to also look at where the consolidation and the support is, which continues to be at that 118, the 117.80 that we've identified previously, okay? And so these stocks have completely, obviously beat down, but again, if you bought here and you sold here, or you bought in the middle of this and you sold here, guys, you're not bag holding, you're making your money, okay? So this Aapl is obviously one of the strongest stocks, and it's a $2 trillion market cap. You can see right here, right over $2 trillion, and so I'm not worried about it, okay? Tesla, probably, I would say, the most disappointing stock out of all the ones that we covered outside of Palantir. It was, a gap fill here at 786. We know that long term it is still trending upwards. You can see it's been in this channel. And so majority of the time when you have a regression line, you want to see that the idea is that the majority of the time the stock is trading within the channel. And so you can see we're overbought essentially up here, and you can see that on the weekly RSI, and then you can see we got back into this channel. Now we're out of the channel, okay? And so what that tells me is when we get out of the channel, right, we get back in. And so again, it wouldn't bother me to get into a long position on Tesla. Several key areas here to buy at Tesla. I mean, it's an absolute steal. The stock is now, the market cap is, $568 billion, guys. This is gonna be a $1 trillion company in no time. And you can see here the $600 support that we've identified previously failed right at the close where we had a solid. So what we're looking for tomorrow for reversals, we want to see something above $600 to start adding to our position for confirmation. But like I said, anything under $600 is an absolute steal for Tesla. And you can see here that we had a bounce on the 200-day right around 580. And I believe the low today was 586. And so it was a bounce off the 200-day. And so, guys, it's just been a crazy stock. It's been a crazy roller coaster ride. But like I said, if you bought here at the last S&P bounce off the 50-day, you got to run from 5 up here was like 560, 560 all the way up to 786. And so that's a 25% return in a matter of a month, okay? So it was this move to here, okay? And so we want to play the same type of card, okay? And so what we want to see now is the bull step into Tesla and ramp this thing back up. And of course, we want to make a higher high. So we want to basically break out of 780, okay? And so again, we talked about this 715 top that we broke out of here, but Tesla's been weak and we sold back off. And so again, this level right here, 710, 715 has been the key level for me for breakout trading on Tesla, okay? Palantir swung into profit, guys. We said in the previous videos, if it swings to profit, we could see this thing run. And like most of the market, it's been bouncing and getting resisted off this 50-day. And so you can see we completely sold off, got back in this channel. And, unfortunately, it's just been beaten down to the point where, it's like, where's this bottom? I mean, we got as low as, what was it, $14, I think it was, on this. The low here was, it was like, yeah, 18. Low here was, what was it? Like, yeah, it was down here like 16 or something, 1650 in the pre-market. It was just crazy low. And I'm like, I can't believe Palantir was up here at 45. And we said that, this was the key level here, was really a 38 is what it held. But clearly it just gotten beat down. And so, it said that the second quarter, it does expect slower revenue growth, but it's still growing in revenues. And guys, it was profitable. The key word here is it wasn't profitable back here at 30 something dollars, but now it's profitable back here at 18, okay? And so I'm actually in bag holding Palantir. Unfortunately, I am stuck, but same thing, same target. I'm going to stick to what I've said is my short-term price target, which is in the next few months. I expect this year at least to get to 3150. Short-term price target for Palantir. Still bullish on the stock and still going to stick to what I've been saying all along. And just let the buyers come in, let them step in, and you can clearly see they stepped in at this level, okay? And so you can see we need to break the 50 in order to really be on the bullish side back on the stock, and clearly we haven't. And so it's it's valued at $35 billion. It's not that overextended considering how much income it has, and it was basically 4 cents per share on the earnings. Bitcoin, guys, same thesis. We're going to break down back to the 40,000, which just happens to line up with the 200-day moving average. And same thesis, guys, is that this stock is Bitcoin's way overextended. This currency has gone buck wild, and it's definitely soaked a lot of people up here. And you can see when you're trading for such a long time, for 2 months up in this range, there's a lot of people stuck who either aren't selling or don't believe in selling. And so when it starts to tank back here, and like I mentioned, 30 to 40,000 was sort of the channel that I thought we were going to sort of settle into. That's what's going to happen between the 20-day and the 50-day on the weekly, or on, excuse me, on the daily, between these two channels. And so we have the 200-day right under 40, and that's where I really expect the first method of support. And again, we're just holding on, but clearly you can see we tried to break out, we made new highs, couldn't, we failed, we broke new highs, and now we're trying again and we failed. Okay, and so really, if this thing starts to get below 50,000, that's when we definitely think it's going to be coming soon. So my near-term price target still is going to be under 40,000 for Bitcoin. That hasn't changed. SPCE, guys, I mean, I did that video. The earnings were very disappointing. Zero income, zero revenue. When are we taking off, Space? And that's the question, is when are we taking off? And so again, guys, I compare this to Tesla. Please hear me out. If you haven't already, watched that video. But I basically looked at what they're doing has never been done before. And yes, they have competition. Yes, they have Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, right? But they're trying to do things that haven't been done before. Remember Tesla early days. Tesla was a $10, $12 stock, and then it blew up. It blew up when it started to sell cars. It blew up when it started to sell its ability to create cars and its technology. And the same thing with SPC. For us, you know, whatever year you were born, this idea that outer space and commercial flights to outer space, that's not possible. That's not something I can do. That's not something I have $250,000 to do. You are right. But what does that look like 2 years from now, 3 years from now? They're going to take off this year. But what does that look like for people as they continue to grow the technology, grow the base of the 250,000, where people can go to London and back and just real quick, right? They can go outer space and back in minutes and hours. What is that going to do to the world? That's going to be life changing, guys. Outer space, Jetson style type of technology. And so what I'm excited about is this is really starting to set up, the more you read about it, as a long-term play. It's not going to be a get rich quick type of scheme, guys. A lot of this was obviously market manipulation, but clearly if this space can really get off the ground and get people to start taking commercial flights with their price tag, not only will they get income, but clearly they're going to start redefining what we define as travel. And I think that's absolutely amazing. And again, we're going to look back 5 years from now when that technology is taken off and say, remember when SPCE was 15 bucks, 20 bucks, 30 bucks? And so that's why you have to have that long-term vision for this company. And clearly with the weakness and the sell-off and the fact that Chamath and Brunson and all these cats who knew that they were going to make zero income got out back here, I want you to form your opinion about those folks on your own. I don't want to influence that, but I simply want to say those are the folks who sold prior to earnings, and they want us to think that they're on our side. Okay, just gonna throw it out there. Okay, AI. Gonna be the last stock I talk about today. Clearly, we had great consolidation. I was really disappointed in AI. I thought we had great consolidation. I mentioned to you guys a new sort of technical indicator I'm talking about where we have tight market consolidation, which you can see we had here, where we were basically consolidating in a very tight range on the Bollinger Band, which is this yellow band here I have, and then all of a sudden we broke down. And so we had a clear top here at 74 and $73, which we identified as previous heavy resistance. And guys, my short-term price target still remained at 82. And so what I'm really looking forward to is the earnings report. But what happened here is we had the top band, we didn't have a breakout, even though we've already had a breakdown, and then we continued to trade lower on this lower band. Okay, and so this is a stock that if you look at it on the daily was trading at $180 3 months ago, guys, and now we're down to 50 bucks. So anybody who's up here, I mean, this is the part that I'm worried about, right? This is where I can see this year, you know, that this fill right here at around 110, 112, but all of these people up here above this level are just stuck. Okay, and so I'm not necessarily worried about what this is doing short term, but clearly this is just amazing. If you got and bought the stock and you saw it uptrending, and you can see from 180 all the way down to half in a matter of a few weeks. Okay, guys, so again, why I love day trading. Don't get married to stocks. Don't get emotional, in and out. Cut your losses. No stress. Don't care what the market does. Those are some of the benefits I personally find. Let me know what you think, guys. As always, I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate the support, and thanks, guys. I hope this helps you, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye-bye.